All right, what's going on, guys? New Nonsense, episode 20. We're back after a week-long hiatus. Well, we're gonna try not to make that a regular thing like we were before, but we have some topics, and Andrew's going to lead us after he's done chugging his water.
Chug, 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 chug. Ah.
I ain't no whore. Okay.
Well, that could be argued. Get you some exotic milk.
Yeah, except for some exotic milk, man. You betcha I'm sucking out some of that milk.
Is that a thing?
The leche.
Said that.
I was gonna say something right now, but I don't think I should say it on the podcast. So I'll wait till after.
Bro, actually, talking about weird fucking milks, papayas, man.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
Pie?
Yeah, dude, okay, I've only ever had like cut papayas, like pre-cut. So I've never seen like a fresh papaya like properly
Whoa,
sliced.
papaya. I thought you said
Yeah.
pies. I thought you said pies.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, no. I've only ever had pre-cut pie. Yeah, no shit.
No, dude. Looking papayas. I've had papaya one time in my life. One time. And it was only because my family was making it like in our culture, like in Honduras, they grab like certain fruits and they put cottage cheese on them. And one of the fruits that they put on there is it's mangoes, papayas, and it's one and then
Mango?
melons. Like the green melon. Like there's watermelon and then there's honeydew. There you go. And they put that in there and they eat it with the cottage cheese. And so that's why I eat the papayas, but it's like papayas are not really my thing.
Yeah. Hondurans are weird, man. Anyways,
Shut
good.
the fuck up.
Well, no, I was gonna say because papayas like they have like this weird like white milk coming out of it.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've eaten a lot of papaya. I've never seen that.
But like, I want to know what that tastes like. I really do.
The forbidden milk.
The forbidden milk. the forbidden juice.
The forbidden.
You're never
juice.
supposed to drink it.
The forbidden liquid.
But
Yeah, let's get to your topic.
yeah. So I've been watching a lot of murder shit.
Okay.
Specifically, I think it's called the Coffee House Crime or the Crime House Cafe. The Crime House Cafe.
I watched
I'll
that.
find the video and yeah, I'll find the video and then I'll give the link in the description below if it decides to edit it in. But I usually often watch them just kind of pass the time because like I have nothing else to do. School just ended, and I have like literally fuck all. So I'm in the house alone the majority of the time now. So I put this shit on when I was making some nice bomb ass beef bowls for myself, of course, as I do lovely make. And in the middle of making them beef bowls, all I hear is, "I am the greatest. I am the most amazing gentleman."
Oh, Elliot Rogers.
Yeah, that dude. That shit was fucking scary, man. Like the psychopaths you see on movie do not do real psychopaths justice, right? Man was fucking crazy, and like you saw like how confident he was in his own ideology. He made a fucking manifesto about how, more or less, what I think like how the woman, like how like he did all these things in his life because he thought that like that woman would be like attracted to him, but he didn't fucking realize that despite if you have like all these qualities and you have all these things, you don't try and talk to a woman, they're not gonna want to talk to you. That didn't kind of click inside of his head. So like he bought like a nice suit, like he has like a job, he has a car, all this shit, and he doesn't realize that
He has to go engage with the woman.
Mhm.
yeah, like, he has to go engage.
Like,
so he's like
He has to man
he's
up.
like- Like he goes and gets all the like materialistic things, thinking that's gonna get the woman to come talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's like, yeah, I got her attention, but she's waiting for him to come and make the move. Pretty much.
Exactly.
And that's so true, bro. That's so true. It's like you gotta go make the first move. You gotta go talk to the girl, bro.
Yeah, he would say stuff like, "Oh, I have all this stuff, but then they date these assholes, blah 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 blah." Like, and it's like he's basically the original incel.
Yeah, he was the original one.
Mm-hmm.
He is the incel. If he's a god of anything, he's the god of incels.
Mm-hmm. No, he's dead. They refer to him as their king. Like they literally, there's like 4chan like message boards and shit like that where they call him their king.
Who's this?
Elliot Rogers. He was the Santa Barbara shooter like back in 2015, 2014. If I send you a video, Josh, I know you've probably seen him. Like, I'll send
I
you a
probably
video.
have it.
Yeah.
Send me a little click. Okay, so this guy, you're talking about the reason why he shot up people is because he couldn't get a girl or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the reason. Wow.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
what's becoming? That's becoming like a reoccurring theme, dude. Like I've seen multiple videos. Like, did you see the guy who killed himself on Facebook Live because his girlfriend cheated on him?
I heard about that.
Yeah, I actually saw it live, and it was a bunch of people there.
Did you really?
Dude, I saw it live, bro, and I didn't know what was really going on. I just it just popped up my feed, and then I was just watching this, and the guy was just crying, and I was like, I got there in the middle of it, so I didn't know he was crying. So I'm reading the comments, right, of like, what's going on? Like, why is he crying? And then somebody obviously asked it, and he was like, oh, his girlfriend cheated on him, and guy's like losing his mind and stuff. And then I was like, okay. Next thing you know, dude, the guy grabs a fucking shotgun and just like Kurt Cobain's it.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, you just see like, because it's alive, so it's not like nobody could end it. And so he's literally like, you just see like the jaw hanging out, but like laid out, bro. And so everybody in the thing was like going crazy, like, oh my god, this is actually real, like this is actually happening. And it didn't take to like 15-20 minutes after till like one of the neighbors comes in and the police come in. And then when the police come, they study what the fuck is going on, and they're like, okay, how do you end this thing? Because you gotta end this thing. People can be watching this. And then they ended it, but it was like, by the time then, it was like you already saw the whole thing. You already saw how it all went down at the end of the day.
Well,
but
dude,
then
I didn't know you saw that shit. Holy crap.
dude, I saw that shit live. That's why I was like, dude, what? It was traumatizing. Like, dude, I couldn't believe, like, you hear stories of people killing themselves and doing shit like that, but actually seeing it. And then I remember watching it, and I was like, okay, this is a video, like somebody doing a content video, And then I was like, live, maybe it's like one of those it's like those YouTube videos where you post your video at a certain time and you follow it live, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, hey, damn, this is a pretty good skit, makes you think it's realistic, And you're watching all the comments go, and I was like, okay. And then shit goes by, and you start to realize, oh my god, this guy really killed himself, like this rapper right now who just killed himself over his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend or whatever. She cheated on him. He just killed himself over her.
Holy shit.
But yeah, dude, it's becoming a recurring theme that I'm seeing, that these men are killing themselves over these women, bro.
Is that why you left Facebook?
Is that why I don't really go, dude? And it's funny because I don't really go on Facebook, and the one time I do, I see that shit, and I'm just like, yeah, no, this is why I don't.
Yeah, that's why. Now that makes sense as to why I never see you on there.
I'm never on Facebook. Like the one time I did, I saw that, and I was like, okay, let me see what the fuck is this, And then because I follow all these pages, and I see the fuck is going on. People are sharing this, and people are like saying, don't do it, it's not worth it. I'm like, okay, And then I saw the whole thing, like, yeah, no, this is why I don't come up with this bitch anymore.
So Andrew, Killer. So you were watching that video. What else happened?
Oh, like the most notable part I saw about that entire fucking thing was like, he seemed to believe that he was like fed this ideology that like women should more or less kind of be given to him for his entire life, and I don't know why he keeps on thinking that, because the entire time I'm just like, I don't know who fucked him up, but it seemed like it was a lot less that person, it was a lot more him, because the entire time I saw it, I got a little bit scared, because I was starting to think of people that were like that also in my life. That like, if I don't have a girl, that like I'm just gonna be lonely my entire life, and that's it. And the scariest is that like one of my recent friends I talked to, I'm not gonna drop their name, but like they have been trying to get help, because for the majority of their entire life, they've been depressed because of the fact that they're alone, that they don't have anyone to call their own, and they just feel like it's just a perpetuating cycle of like, hey, I'm gonna be alone forever, and it's because the world is so cold, the world's out to get me, and I like to remind people, if the world was really out to get you, it would have crushed you the first step out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There are some people
you're
in
safe
real life.
nowhere. Your house nowhere.
Exactly. There are some genuine people out there, like, especially back then in the early days, where like racism was the thing. Like, that's back then where you could say the wolves out to get them, because it really was. So it's like, because the only one that, like, nowadays, the only one that's got fuck you is yourself.
Well, I understand where people are coming from too. At the end of the day, it's like I understand we all go through hardships in our lives. You know, some people they go through worse stuff than whatever you're going through. And at the end of the day, it's like I really do believe that you don't get dealt something that you can't handle. You know, you obviously made it this far. You know, and it's at the end of the day, it's like reading the signs, bro. It's help is always there, but if it's you who's willing to want to get that help, you know you're praying and or asking for a sign. Next thing you know, somebody comes that you don't even know and is just trying to talk to you about the one thing you're going through, and it's like, no, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, you're waiting for like a miracle, like God Himself to come from the heavens and be like, this is it. You know, that's not gonna happen. You know,
what are you doing with your guy?
I'm trying to get some better lighting.
The lighting right here.
A few moments later.
Let there be light, huh?
Let there be light. Nah, but yeah, dude. I think at the end of the day, it's like, it's up to you. It really is up to you to if you really want to get it out the rut or not. And it's like, but I get it though. You get hit with so much stuff, and then it's like to the point where you believe like, no, the world is really out to get me. There's no help out for me at the end of the day. But it's like you have to get the mud out your eyes and start to see, no, you do have a support base. You do got people trying to help you. There is something that you can get plugged into. You know, it's just like stop being blinded to all the negativity and start to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel if you really do look for it, you know?
Yeah. I think the majority of killers often have like just like a one-minded view of things that they don't really know how to kind of look out that purview. It's scary because you can't really, like, they're people, but you can't talk to these kind of people. You know, you're gonna have to kind of like, you know, crack inside their minds, kind of just think like, okay, why are you the way that you are?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like why do you think this way, and how can I get through to you so you can stop thinking this way?
Yeah, you
There's
gotta
one
understand.
video yeah, exactly. Like some video that I watched was this one guy who killed this there was a student from abroad. I guess he's just like a worker from abroad in the UK, and like he never had a history of violent tendencies up until like a couple of incidents. Then he just decided, oh, you look nice, I'm just gonna kill you, and that was it. Like he was a reclusive person, but there was no telltale sign of just like, I'm gonna murder you. You know,
That's some like serial killer vibes, bro.
Yeah.
It's like serial killer vibes. It's a quiet one, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking scary because you're just like one day you're talking to the same guy in the street, and the next day he's arrested for homicide. You know, think about that.
Some people just snap too, dude. It's like they deal with it, and they pent it up, and then finally they just erupt, and then they just like, who was that guy? Like that one guy, who did that shit? It was there's a whole documentary on it on Netflix where he
the Night Hunter or something like that, the Night Stalker.
No, the Night Stalker was on some like demonic.
I haven't even watched it yet.
No, that guy was on some other shit, bro. He was like praying to the devil, and then he was literally stalking these women and then finding out where they live, raping them, killing them in their homes and shit, bro.
Didn't he pass through pretty much all our cities?
That's what was scary. He was like through all of our cities, and you know what got him caught up? One of the cholos.
Really?
He went in, yeah, a gangster, like a group of gangsters. One of them in the group recognized him, and it was like because they found a sketch of him because the girl that he raped managed to get away, and she reported it, and that's how they got the face sketch of the guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it went out, and then one of the gangsters, he was out, and he saw the face and was like, hey, that's the guy that they're looking for. So instead of turning him into the police, they took matters into their own hands and beat the dude's ass, bro. They left him basically practically dead, bro. And then they recalled the police. The police came, but the dude was already like, like they didn't even arrest the cholos. They were like, good shit.
Yeah.
Good. You did the Lord's work today type shit, you know?
It was one of those things where the cops were like, yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because, dude, this is what happens to those guys. It's like people hear like, oh, that guy's gonna get it in prison and all that shit. But it's like, here's the truth about what really happens: is those guys get into protective custody until their whole trial and everything goes down and it goes over. It's not like they're in maximum state prison and open to the public where anybody can get to them. No, it's they have a case. This guy's a high target person, so they have to protect him, and that's what was gonna happen. And they knew that, and so they beat his ass, thinking like if he makes it to the prison, he makes it to the prison if he lives through it. Guy did, but he was in critical life threatening condition. No, but the guy who blew up, it was this guy. It was this guy. He was like in I think it was in Colorado. He killed his wife and kids. He just lost it, and he just killed it, and then like he blacked out, killed them, and then he was like, when he realized what he did, he tries to hide the murders, and he goes and lives his life like if nothing happened.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. There's some people just lose it like that, dude. It's fucking, those ones are the scary ones, bro, because it's like this dude literally the next day acted like he didn't just kill his wife and kids.
Yeah.
Went on and lived his life like, oh, I could make. What's another 3 years? What's another 24 years of marriage? Type of shit.
I can make a new kid.
I can make a new kid. It's like, dude, that's some Omni-Man shit, dude. I'm gonna start calling it that when people start killing their fucking wife and kids. I'm gonna be like, that's some Omni-Man. He's on some Omni-Man shit.
Come on, man.
Oh my, that's a bar right there. Someone, if a rapper does it, like catching bodies like Omni-Man.
Ooh, that's actually that is some fire right there. Oh shit.
That's a bar. I'm gonna make a bar like that. Watch. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you invincible." Then I'm Omni-Man. I'm about to kill the man with the clock in my hand or something.
Josh, the first song we gotta do it needs to be called Incel. We need to work in the hook.
What does incel mean? What's the definition of it?
It means involuntary celibate. So pretty much, they're asking like why does any woman want me? But you realize it's all because of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta do like a song pertaining to that then.
Yeah, but we gotta use the hook that was sent to us. That was sent to us.
Yeah. That was gonna be good.
Dude, I still can't fucking believe, dude. Okay, you want to know some fucking psychopath shit? That's some fucking psychopath shit right there.
Should we bring it up? Should we bring not name the name, but
not names?
Yeah.
We could talk about the. Yeah. You guys could talk about this because you guys know more about it. You just show me the snippet basically.
We'll call her Linda.
Linda.
Yeah, we'll call her Linda. Linda was a nice girl. She worked with us at our work, me and Andrew, and then from what Andrew told me, she just lost it and just nuked. She pretty much nuked all her relationships at the job, and she blocked us. She blocked Andrew and his circle of friends first, and then she blocked me. And then she unblocked me. Well, Andrew had told me she had been sending voice messages and like DMs to people, like talking all this shit just randomly. And then she finally got around to me a couple weeks ago, and it was a voice memo calling me an incel and saying I should get professional help. I'm not gonna play it because I want to use it we're thinking about making a song, so we might use it. But yeah, and it's just the funniest shit to me. It's funny. I don't know. Andrew, tell your side of the story.
Okay, I'll tell as much as I can, but I was gonna keep some things kind of just in the back burner.
Well, what made this person lose it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so from what I remember, so even though I have the text, I kind of want to go through them. So they were caught in an incident involving HR. And so here's my side of the story, what I know of.
I know that. So I know she had. Yeah, she told me about that actually. That she was she was on leave because of that.
Yeah. So apparently, like there was a story going around that she was like using like HR, to more or less like wipe people up. Like I don't know if any of this stuff is really true or not. People kind of just like kind of like like it might be true, it might not be. So I was talking to her, and asked like, "Hey, how are things been?" And then she responds with, I'm sorry, I can't talk about it. Like I'm currently signed in like an investigation agreement with HR, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not asking any more about it. And she pretty much kind of like lays it out for me, like one by one by one, and I'm like,
Did you just say you can't talk about it?
but yeah, like you pretty much kind of just like turned yourself in.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Fuck.
I would have been like, I would have flipped it off and been like,
But
I'm not asking about that. I'm asking how are you doing? You know,
no, exactly. Like
how are you doing? Like I don't
know
know
how
what's
you're
going
doing.
on.
I don't give a fuck about like what kind of situation you're in. I can give less two shits about what's happening with you. That's not how you're doing. And here's where the crazy shit began to happen. She began to say like, oh, like you should stay away from all of them. Oh, they're all liars. All of them. Your girlfriend, fucking liar. Girlfriend, a liar. And then she said the one thing that pissed me the fuck off, and that was, I think you should start becoming more distant with your girlfriend. Oh shit, it fell out. Wait a minute. Sorry. So I think you should become more distant with your girlfriend because when she breaks up with you, like she's gonna like make your life hell. And I'm like, what?
She said that?
Yeah, no, yeah. She said that, and I'm like, she's gonna make my life hell.
That your girlfriend is gonna make her life hell.
No,
it's
no,
gonna make
his
my
life.
hell.
Your-
My life.
So if you don't break up with your girlfriend, she was gonna make your life hell.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, no. I fucked it up. If I don't break up with my girlfriend now, all right,
Okay.
if I don't break up with my girlfriend as soon as possible, at least distance myself from her, she was gonna make my life hell the moment that I did. All right.
So if you broke up with her, she was gonna make your life hell for breaking up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's not like you were planning on breaking up with her anyways. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, that's why I'm like, so like, but that implies I should break up. I'm already planning on breaking up with her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
like what was she trying to say there? That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to find out
No.
her or what she was.
No. I'm actually explaining that. That's a funny fucking thing. 'Cause I even asked her, like, what do you mean? It's like, well, I noticed you guys aren't talking as much, and like, I think you should just find somebody better. What
So
do
she
you
wanted
want?
you. So if you broke up with her,
She was just trying to be a homewrecker.
yeah, she was gonna make your life hell, but she wanted you to break up with her because she noticed you two weren't talking and getting along.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
make no sense. That makes no
No.
sense.
But like, here's the fucking funny thing. She assumed that we weren't talking as much, even though we have an entire life outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
talk to her at work 24/7. You know, I gotta go do my shit. But after work, I go out with my girlfriend and go eat. We go out, whatever. We talk. At the end of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
it's none of her
Like,
business if we talk or not. Point is, you know
Yeah,
you're
like-
talking to her.
He's like, she doesn't fucking know that, like, I
She'll
drive
work.
all the way. Like, come on, man. Like, I drive all the way out to, like, fucking Compton to go see her. Like, an hour out.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck you think? Where do you think I mean my relationship's, like, over? Bitch, I'm, like, burning gas. Like that $5 buying gas, I'm burning that to go see her. Come on, man.
No, yeah, that's weird, dude. And it's like, like, okay. So if you
Wait,
broke up,
no.
with her, was you gonna try to slide in the DMs or like?
No. I even like confronted her about that. She's just like, no, I just wanted you to be someone better. I'm like, that still
What does that
doesn't
mean?
Yeah, no, like,
Dude,
sense, like
something
that
better?
better,
Like-
like fucking sense. I'm not gonna fucking sense.
Like she
So
makes
I'm
me
just-
better. I'm with the better. I'm with better. What do you mean?
No, yeah, exactly. And so
It's probably because you know what it was. It's probably because she didn't like the fact that she's African American and you're Hispanic, or some shit, bro. She probably saw that she just wasn't gonna say that bullshit.
Nah, she's just crazy, dude. Even I'm just like, I don't know about that. No, I mean, I understand why you would say that too, but at the same time, it's like, no, she's just crazy.
Yeah, no.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
She sounds like she's just crazy, bro. I'm just trying to find out her angle, and it just sounds like she just really is fucking crazy, bro.
No,
Well-
yeah.
There's more to this story, though, Andrew. What is it? Let's hear.
Oh yeah, and so I more or less told her to kind of like shut my trap, to shut her trap, stop talking to me, and she did for a while. However, she began to like go fucking nuclear. Like she started calling managers like late at night, saying like, hey, like I think y'all should do this and some shit, and then she started like blowing up his his ex's girlfriend's phone, saying like, oh, like you should break up with him, like he's a bad person, he's a horrible person, like you should leave and shit. Like, dude, like, I get it, like he kind of fucked your life up a little bit, but you're trying to get better. Leave the man alone. And then she started like blowing up other people's phones, and then she started calling like other people out, you know, like nuking all of her relationships there. Like, and then basically messaging Noah, it's like, oh yeah, like you're an insult. I'm like, what are you doing? You're so mad. Jesus Christ.
Well, it made me laugh because when Andrew told me this was like what, mid-April? You told me about this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So literally the day after, I see her at work, and by this point, I don't think she knew that I knew anything. So I'm just walking by, and then she looks at me, she goes, oh, hi, Noah, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, yeah, how are you? And she's, oh, you know, I'm dealing with some stuff right now. I'm like, all right, cool. But I already knew what was going on, but I just wanted to see what she would say. And she just bounced, but she, like, her eyes were like looking everywhere. Like, she looked like paranoid as fuck, dude. Yeah, she looked kind of like, yeah, kind of, yeah. And I was like, all right. Yeah,
What?
basically.
Nothing. Have a great day. No, dude, just like, if I saw that shit, I'd be like, yo, what the?
Yeah, because like normally she's like,
she acting weird with you or what?
yeah, normally she's like pretty calm. She was like, I'm like, you know, calm, but like she looked paranoid, like someone was going after her. Like, all right,
break, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I wonder what triggered it for her, like for her to just.
Yeah, I know. And like I think what Andrew said might have happened, where it bottled up everything she was going through, and then it just someone said something, someone looked at her a funny way, and boom.
Just triggered her where she's just like, I'm done.
Well, like what I do know is that apparently she might have gotten the job because she wanted to prove to her ex that she can be on her own.
What job?
Like the public safety job, the assistant coordinator job.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she has power.
So no, not safety coordinator. What's it fucking called? She's just part of the safety team, more or less.
Yo, I knew that.
No, yeah.
She got like a higher position.
I don't fucking know. But all I know is that she was let go from that position.
Really?
Still here, like she's still working at Amazon, but like she was let go from that position in general. Because I saw her later on, she was like, "Oh, like goodbye safety team, like high safety team." And it's like, "Oh, like you were let go. Oh, okay."
You're like, go.
So is she like a grunt now or what?
More or less, yeah.
She's back to being a grunt.
Yeah, she's back on my level. She's a little fucking goblin now.
So has she been actively avoiding you guys or what?
She doesn't work when I work.
Oh, she's still working with you guys on top of it?
Yeah.
What the fuck? This bitch is crazy, bro. That's crazy, dude. I don't think I would be able to work with somebody like that.
Hey, Andrew, I think I'm gonna roll up. I'm gonna roll up on Friday. I'm gonna roll up
Friday.
Roll up with some or whenever. We'll roll up with some food and be like, "What's good, Andrew?" You know, blah blah blah. Hopefully, we run into her.
Bro, okay, no. Let's go fucking Wednesday. Let's go on Wednesday. That's when she works. She works on Monday.
I don't know, man. It's just something. Should I play the audio?
Do you
Play
want to play the audio?
Play it?
Nah,
Or should we keep it? Should we keep it? Should we keep it under wraps?
no, wait for the song.
Yeah, let's actually make. I want to make this song.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a good hook. It's such a good hook. Oh my gosh! No, it's funny, dude. Because that's just. She sent it to me, and I was busting up, dude. And I DM'd her, you know, I don't care. I'm not like these other people. Like, I will call you out on your bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Like, so what's going on, Linda? What's going on? And then she blocked me, but then when I showed these guys, like half an hour ago now, the voice message, she had it didn't let me, but then I checked again, and she unblocked me. And I'm like, what? So I played it for them. I recorded it right now for us. But it's so weird how I was blocked and now I'm unblocked, and I think you're unblocked now, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
That's weird. I wonder if she checks us.
Maybe she's just bipolar. Like you just something triggering.
No,
her.
she has I think she has social anxiety disorder.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
isn't.
but if you have social anxiety, you don't act like that.
You
Well, no,
don't.
if you have anxiety, you can get pretty, like bottled up. Because people with anxiety do have.
No,
well, 'cause there are
you're not wrong, but I think she might have something else.
She might have
Yeah, I know.
something else, bro. Like schizophrenia or something. I don't know, dude. Nah, it's not that crazy, but
She
she
definitely
don't talk to
has.
herself, right? She don't talk like.
No.
No, okay, then yeah, bro. She probably bipolar or something, dude. She probably like feeling good one moment, and then in the next, it's like she needs to just release it all out, dude.
She does keep her head down a lot. Like she looks down a lot. Like she does this bit. You know, she doesn't really like look up a lot. She doesn't like if you talk to her. It wasn't until like, probably around January of around October, November 2020 when she actually would look at me in my eyes and talk to me. Before that, she would kind of like look away or she would look down when she talked to me. But the last time
She probably had a tough childhood or growing up or something like that. Must have something must have. I don't know.
I don't know, Andrew, did she ever talk to you about her childhood?
Some topics are pretty normal, pretty standard.
Then she
No,
just
like not even joking. Like she literally had nothing like significant. It was just a standard childhood.
Standard childhood. There's like no traumas, no heartbreaks, nothing like where she's
No,
just,
like I think there was a couple of traumas because she just like I said, she had social anxiety. Her ex boyfriend decided to bring her to a gym,
Mm.
and like if you have social anxiety disorder and you bring somebody to a gym and you know that they have like SAD, like you're a fucking dumbass. That's all I'm gonna say.
because you're surrounding her with a group of people, literally right next to
She
each
doesn't
other.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like, if you're gonna induce a panic attack, no shit you are. So, like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man.
I don't see how that would be able to like that wouldn't be like a trigger. Well, maybe it might be. I don't
No,
have
no,
this.
no, no, no. It was. She broke down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like right now, what's going on right now. Like I wonder we wonder what's
what's
triggering
right now
her
is
right
all
now.
like. Right now, like it just seems like it's all just.
She's
What I heard.
she's probably an overthinker too, bro. So she
Mm-hmm.
probably thinks like, why did I say that? And then I think maybe she tries to go fix it, and that's why she acts all nice. And then it's like, no, why did I go say that? And then she starts overthinking and probably thinking like, he's probably thinking this now, or they're probably thinking this, or they're gonna say this about me. And I think that's probably what it was too. That she just overthinks too much, and it's like she's stuck in her head, where she probably believes anything she says in her head, and it's like she thinks maybe she might be doing the right thing, but in reality, she's just adding fuel to the fire. You know,
I can see
maybe
that.
that's what it could be too.
What were you gonna say, Andrew?
Maybe they'll. Well, because no, I was gonna say that like you're not wrong. That's I'm sure with people with anxiety that they will repeat thoughts in their head that even if they know rationally that they are false, they will believe something is true because when you have anxiety, all the little voices in your head that you just wouldn't think to be true build up. Like when cause I don't have diagnosed anxiety, but I do have anxious tendencies. And sometimes I will go outside just in public and I'll get like really anxious, like really like nervous. I feel like oh they're thinking about it. Like they're viewing every single way that I walk, every single way that I act, shit like that. But in reality, because now I know people don't really give a fuck about what you do. You know, they're more focused on themselves than they are on what you're doing. In fact, one of the biggest things that I got anxious about was when I was like watching the class late. People would kind of turn their heads towards me. That shit scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. But nowadays, I'm like, oh no, that's just how people work.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about like get away from that for a little bit. Let's talk about your stuff, Josh.
Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, and what made me curious because everybody's been waiting for it, is supposedly this is the month where the government's going to release any alien information, UFO, all that type of information. And so, what do you guys think? Do you think government's going to release that information, or you think they've already released that information and
They've been drip feeding us.
like slowly giving us that info, huh? Like
Yeah,
slowly.
it started since like 2018.
Yeah.
So do you think like they're really going to break it down like and confirm, okay, there's aliens and this is.
So
You think? Do you think they're gonna tell us and show us, or you think they might just tell us?
here's
and
what
just be like,
here's what I think is gonna happen. So they have been drip feeding us info. Like it started back in 2018 with this dude who was a pilot in the Navy. It was a training run. It was a video of one of his training runs over in San Diego where they were chasing a UFO. Now that doesn't mean it's an alien. It could mean it was some kind of like
is that the leaked
secret.
footage?
Yeah, it was from a while back. If you look up on YouTube, 2018 San Diego training footage UFO, then it'll be like a CNN video of like the pilot talking to them like, yeah, we were chasing this thing. We don't know what it was. Now, like I've said, UFO doesn't necessarily mean alien. It could be like a Russian or Chinese like high tech fighter or something like that. That could be a possibility. But anyways, okay. So in terms of the whole alien thing, here's what I think. It's gonna go one of a few ways. They're just gonna say that yes, UFOs are a thing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's aliens, but there are things out there that with hyper advanced tech that we can't explain that's outrunning our fighters. 2, they're aliens. They're here.
Living among
No. They visited. 3, we're in contact. They're out there. And that's what I think it's gonna be. However, I don't think it's. I think it's gonna be more than likely number 1, where it's UFOs. We don't know what the fuck they are. They're just outrunning us. You know, we see them in space. We see them in the ocean. We see them. The people on the ISS have seen these things. We don't know what they are, but we know something is out there. That's probably what we're going to be getting. That's probably the most substantial thing we'll get. The furthest thing, like the craziest thing we might get, is that we know there's like alien, literal, like we've been in contact with them. Maybe we're part of like an alliance of some sort. You know, it's going to go one of 2 ways. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't think like if there is aliens and stuff, I don't think like they'll go into detail about we're aligned with them and what exactly is the agreement, you know? Because you have all these theorists who say we were allies with the aliens in exchange for they can pick whoever they want, you know? That's how you get all these missing people, you know? They get to test whoever they want in exchange of them not attacking us, you know?
That plays into several. I'm sorry, Andrew. Go ahead. Go with what your take on this. Then, like, we'll continue with like our other takes on this. So, what do you think about this, Andrew?
Oh no! I'm kind of just like listening. So I have literally no opinion on this.
So
like yeah.
Okay, so all right, so this ties into a few theories that I've read on, a few things that I've seen. So in regards to the alien thing, a few years ago there was this British student who hacked into the United States Navy database, and he found a list of ships and ship commanders that don't coincide with anything that the United States Navy has in play right now. None of these ship names or commanders of these ships, captains of these said ships, are in any U.S. Navy fleet in either like the Pacific, the Atlantic, or any other battle group that we have, you know, trolling around the planet. He thinks that those are actually a fleet of secret space warships that we have patrolling the solar system. And
that would make sense. So there's people in those ships in space.
And here's the kicker. There's record of, I think, CIA operatives visiting his home in England, telling him to shut the fuck up, basically, and to stop talking about this. So yeah, so his theory turned into a number of theories that we have, that the United States at least has a battle group in space, keeping aliens from attacking us, or like basically like if you cross over into our solar system, we're gonna blast you. The other theories have built up out of this, that we have that the moon has like a naval base where this battle group operates out of. There's even been some, I don't know if it came from him, but there's been some rumors, I don't know where this came from, that there's entire divisions of United States Marines who are stationed on these ships and in bases across different planets in the solar system that act as space marines fighting against aliens. So I believe that those ones are kind of bullshit. There might be something.
I don't think we have anybody else in like another planet.
No, not maybe not like Jupiter or anything. Maybe like the moon. Maybe. But like that's interesting to me, you know, because like it could be that maybe these aren't actual ships, but like plans to make them into ships. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, though, that this coincided with the 2008 recession, right? And people are saying, wait, maybe a lot of our money actually, maybe the recession was both the housing market and a bunch of money that was put into this fleet that helped. Maybe this fleet of ships, the funding for this helped crash the market. I don't know if that would make any sense.
Or the market crash was just a front,
Yeah.
so that we're distracted from the fact of where's our money going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little do we know it's going to be invested into space shit. You know, because then when did we announce the Space Force? Last year.
2018.
2018 is when we announced the Space Force, right? Yeah, you see, and it's like, why announce the Space Force? You know, Guardians of the Galaxy. That what was the name of our? What's the name of the official name of them? The Guardians of the what? Guardians of the.
I think it's just the Space Force, the United States Space Force, which is like a really, it's like it's so generic. It's like, come on, we can't make like something cooler. I'll look it up. Let me look up what the actual name is.
I thought it was something like Guardians of something. Guardians of the Earth. I don't freaking know. Well, what's it called on? Ah, bro, I don't know, man. I just like.
Well, what do you think, Josh? What do you think is gonna go down?
I think maybe they might tell us that, like how you were saying, that there are UFOs, you know, and they might give out documentation of when they started coming, when they first came, and how we got them. I don't think that they'll probably tell us that there's aliens that come with it. You know, I think they might still hold that information back from us if there is or there isn't. You know, but I think they'll slowly start by saying there's UFOs because there's too many videos out there now where it's like people are recording on their phones that they're catching these things on there, and then people want explanations. You know, so I think they're gonna say that there's UFOs out here. I think they're gonna go off and probably say that we got this information. We've been working on these. Those are our UFOs that we work on, type shit, you know. And I don't think they'll say that there's any aliens or anything, but I think they will address any advanced technology that we have. I think they'll let the world know that. That's about it. But as far as any extraterrestrial life or anything like that, I don't think they think that we're ready for that.
No.
I don't think they're gonna say anything like that.
You know, on that same sort of vein, I do believe that due to recent studies that there is extraterrestrial life, like you know, barely like new life, because they saw how they were doing some test scans on Venus that could potentially support life for like cellular life in Venus' upper atmosphere. Because the atmosphere is so thick that potentially some like weird like protozoa, like super protozoa.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah, like can live in Venus, and like, dude, like I think that's pretty fucking amazing. How it's like, wow, we actually might have extraterrestrial life. Yeah, it's really like it's new life, but it's life nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's fucking amazing. But I think go back to what we were talking about. Like if we have like if we do have like a Space Force out there already, I don't believe that. I think what you're also saying, like how it might be plans for like a Space Force,
An eventual
more
fleet.
likely. Yeah, exactly. Because you know how hard it is to hide a rocket launch. Like we couldn't even Tesla's launching like the second stage,
Mhm.
right? This rocket. People found that out like an hour after. All right?
Yeah. Well, there's that. I understand that, and I get that, Andrew. I'm gonna play. I don't know if it would be the devil's advocate, but I feel like if the government really wanted to do that, right, we would not find out. We would not find out like that they were creating a fleet of ships capable of like defending the solar system. You know, I feel like rocket launches, all that. I feel like we would not find. I feel like that, as stupid as the CIA is, they would figure out a way to be like, this is a black site entirely. No fly zone. No satellite images. No Google Earth. I believe you, Andrew. I fully believe that you're right. That we would notice it. Someone would notice it. But I feel like if the government really wanted to, they could hide it.
Well,
You know.
here's my kind of point.
Mhm.
The Manhattan Project.
Okay. Yeah, that was noticed.
Yeah, exactly. Because a group of scientists couldn't keep their mouths, fucking shut. Because literally during a time of absolute darkness, when the world needed them most, they couldn't keep their mouths quiet. You think a group of scientists working on like a mass destructive weapon that can weather an entire city in a single blast, like would have been kept secret for that long? No, it wouldn't have.
Mhm.
And they found out eventually afterwards.
That's why a lot of these conspiracy theories are bullshit, because someone would have talked, someone of repute would have talked about any conspiracy theory that's out there. That's why, like,
Exactly.
sorry to cut you
The
off.
Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Like with the fucking Patriot Act, like, see, they could keep their mouths shut. Somebody had to fucking talk, and somebody did talk. A whistleblower talked. Edward Snowden. You know, and that's why it's like I love conspiracy theories, but none of them can hold water because they're relying on secrecy of a group that people are known to not keep. You know, it's like I would love that to all be true, but history has shown that's not the case.
Yeah.
Ever.
There's always going to be somebody within that secret organization or whatever they need to keep secret that's just going to end up talking about it.
Well, I mean, we've all been drinking tap water, and like.
Oh, the theory about tap water.
No. Remember Invincible?
Yeah, that's what
that room.
It's easier to manipulate and all that shit.
There's chemicals that you can't see certain frequencies.
Oh, that's right.
Remember the white room?
Yeah, he had the white room, and then he put the rays on all that shit. And it's funny you say tap water because then it goes back to Godzilla, where that guy.
Oh, that was just that was just they were making fun of it. They weren't. Yeah. I know what you mean though, Josh. I know what you mean.
Saying, like it's just coincidence.
Yeah, no, I get you.
What's it called? But what if it really is tap water that be doing it to us like that, bro?
I don't know, man.
But what if tap water is what we need to be drinking, and all this bullshit of like all the water that we're supposedly supposed to be drinking is really fucking us up?
Well, like let's say the tap water thing is like true. Don't our filters clean it?
That's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, because like then what if like we have in-house filters that we use, and I feel like
we have British, so it's filter on filter.
Two filters.
We have a filter in the sink, so it filters the water, and then you have when we put the water in the Brita.
Mm-hmm.
The Brita.
and then you boil that water.
And then we boil it. Then we put it in the fridge.
I use a filter water to filter the filter.
Right?
Have you ever had ultra filtered water? Let me tell you.
It's so fucking weird.
Come to my house. The ultra filtered water.
No, so
it tastes so fucking weird.
So, Josh said something interesting about how like, what did you say about like people being traded for secrets to the aliens?
Yeah, so like let's say there is aliens, and then they do tell us. That was another thing, What if they do tell us that there's UFOs and there is aliens? I think they'll tell us that we have an alliance with the aliens, but I don't think there's obviously people like, okay, what's the agreement then? What's the agreement? And then they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna get into. We agree that they don't attack us as long as we let people get abducted.
So that's cool because I remember I sent you a few videos about like just missing 411. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I've seen that video and it's like it really sparked interest. I think if they were to tell us about aliens, I think they should just be straight up about it. Like, yeah, you wonder why your sister was missing. It's either she really was part of the cartel or she got abducted by aliens.
So,
how can you guys allow this to happen? You go up there and tell the people who have high technology that can evaporate our fucking planet like this to you
go tell fucking Cthulhu not to fucking destroy us, okay? No.
Yeah, you go telling them. Yeah, exactly. So people don't get. We're America. We should fight. I'm just like, bro. Yeah, well, America don't got the weapon to fucking fight against it. Why do you think we're building this shit? Okay, come on now.
No, well, like
America's not gonna be America no more.
So,
why do you think we're making this shit? We have to buy time. Yeah, but it's high tech technology that we don't even fucking understand, dude.
So, missing 411, Andrew. Have you heard about this?
I have heard of it. Don't know a lot about it.
So, a lot of this missing 411 is about people disappearing in our state parks, our natural, like Yosemite and all that, and how they just go missing and then they'll find their bodies in places only like a helicopter can get to, something like that, right? Or like they never find them at all. They never find these kids. They never find these old people. They never find like just people who go missing.
Like no remains of them or anything, dude. It's just like they just vanish.
So
No trace.
there's been this dude, I forgot his name, but he's been like doing heavy research into it, right? And it's gotten to a point where now he's looking at a supernatural angle to it, right? He's like, I've exhausted all real explanations for this. Now he's like, now I have to look into Bigfoot. I have to look into aliens. I have to look into like demons or portals. I have to look into different timelines. I have to look into this now because like there's nothing explaining this stuff, right? Yeah. And what Josh said about trading people for technology, people have actually said that maybe that's what's going on in our parks. That people are that the government, it's either the government or the aliens themselves kidnap people from our parks, and they either take them wholesale or they like experiment on them and like throw them out the ship onto like a mountain, and then they give us tech for that. Basically, that the government's like, okay, you can go to these parks and take these people, fine, but we want some tech, you know. And so that's always been kind of eerie to me because like I could totally see the U.S. government selling us out, you know, or at least a few officials in the government selling us out.
Human beings, we have a billion more.
Yeah, basically.
One is being made every freaking second of the day. So what's 10 human beings?
You know, it's funny growing up. You know how in Independence Day, right? The world is like on the back foot. Like every military is in like their camps, and then they get the call from the U.S. military, and they're like, "Oh, we want to do a counterattack," and everyone's just like, "It's about damn time they want to fight. They want to fight back." And I'm like, "Yeah." When growing up, I was like, "Yeah, that's probably how it would go down. Like they'd be waiting for us to like launch the attack." But I know if it was a Republican-led government, we'd be so fucked because COVID showed us that if the Republicans lead us, nothing in a case of an alien invasion, like we're done because COVID showed us that, like I said, if the Republicans lead us, like they're so incompetent with the way they handle shit, dude, that I'm just like, fuck, man, I don't know if we can handle that kind of shit, man. It depends on the leadership, you know. And even with Biden, I'm just like, I don't know, man.
I don't think it has to do with either Republic or Democrat, bro. I think it's just like what you said right now. I think it just has to do with the leader because Trump was a motherfucker who either he was Republican or Democrat. He was a patriot, bro. That motherfucker was ready to go catch to smoke with anybody.
He wasn't a patriot. He was a nationalist.
Well, whatever, bro. That fool was ready to fucking get down with people, bro. At the end of the day,
he wasn't even ready for that, dude. He didn't even like. He wasn't even ready for a fight. He would talk mad shit, but he wouldn't do anything.
That fool had the freaking Iraqi general bombed.
That wasn't him. That was the fucking CIA.
Nah, bro. That was
that wasn't him. He's a pussy.
That was
Trump's a pussy. Of course he'll take credit. He took credit for it, but no, he's a pussy. That was someone in the
CIA.
Anyways, I don't support Trump, by the way. It's just.
I don't know, man. You're kind of showing your MAGA right now.
Put my MAGA hat right now, real quick. I don't even have one.
No, this dude made me laugh because a few like 10 episodes ago, like before we started, he's like, I can see all his hats in the background, and he's all, dude, I should probably like move the camera so they don't see the red hat. He's like, they might think it's a MAGA hat.
It wasn't a MAGA hat. It was
I know, but you're like, people might say it's a MAGA hat.
Dude, it's the same color red, and it has lettering on there, but it's not MAGA. It says España or some shit like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this bitch real quick because I can't fucking people to think that that's what the fuck it is, bro. So I was like, yeah, I have all these hats though. So I have this dope hat one.
You heard it here first, guys. Josh is a Trump supporter.
Okay. Number one, bro. Vote for the man.
USA,
bro. No voice, full send.
Dude, if the aliens invade and we have to go to war, I'm gonna go out with an M16 in both hands, screaming USA.
Fuck you, bro.
It'll be
true American shit. Now there's so many theories of aliens, bro. What they are, bro. They're fallen angels. They're demons. They're all kinds of shit, bro.
Yeah, I heard a lot about. I've like looking into conspiracies from my stories and stuff. I've seen a lot of that. That aliens are really demons and shit like that.
No, what I read, it's angels are, not angels. Aliens are the fallen angels that fell from heaven, and you know they start to give you tech from heaven, and it makes sense why they're like the Aztecs and the Egyptians worship these beings because it's like they're coming from a high place from the heavens, and it's like they have knowledge of high tech shit that. You know, yeah, let's trade your people for this tech or whatever the fuck that they did. I mean, you read it in the Bible. Angels were having fucking children with humans. They were having what they call Nephilims or something like that. It was all kinds of shit, you know.
Good times.
You read it, crazy times, bro. Crazy times. That's why God, wiped out the earth flood, because it was too much, and it was like, nah, his whole creation got defiled.
Didn't they prove that the flood was real? Like, scientists actually figured out that the flood actually happened?
Yeah, they found the whole ark.
No, they didn't find the ark. They figured out that the flood was an actual, like I think, like, in the northern... Yeah, it was, like, in, like, the north, like, the ice, like, melted. The ice caps melted. And that was the flood. Something like that, right? Josh, if they found the ark, I would have known. I would have known that they would have found the ark.
No,
because my name's Noah, dog. I would have been drawn to it.
Oh my god.
No, they did find the ark. They found remains of the ark in Turkey.
I don't think they did. That would have been a major... That would have like, turned this country full Christian. Let me see.
No, bro, like, they did, and, like, they found remnants of the ark. I remember reading about this because it was fucking huge. And then
where did you get the info from?
I'm looking at the National Geographic.
I think they think they might have found it. I don't think they actually confirmed it.
They confirmed it, but that's what they're leading it to. And I know it's been found about as seriously as the past one.
They found a site where they think it was.
But I know they found like a bunch of...
No curse using a flashlight as a sock.
What?
Sorry, but I thought it kind of just popped up into my head. Like, imagine like you're trying to use a flashlight as like a sock.
You're dumb, dude. No, so the Native Americans have a lot of Native American tribes have legends of, like, these wars they fought against giants in the United States, like, in the past. I wouldn't say giants. I'm talking like maybe 10-foot tall people with, like, it's always consistent. 10-foot tall people, roughly 10 to like maybe 15-foot tall people with red hair, long beards, long red hair, right? And then they've also been accounts of giants in other parts of the planet that are about 10 to 15 feet tall with long red hair and beards, right? And then in like 2014, this story came out of I think there were these forced recon Marines in Afghanistan, and how they were ambushed by a 10-foot tall person with long red hair and a long beard. They got ambushed by this guy. He had a spear, and he speared one of their guys through the chest, and it went through him into the ground, and he was basically impaled, and they lit his ass up. They killed him. And an air evac came in, took their dead comrade, and they took him, the giant. Apparently, the giant had 6 fingers on each hand, and I think he had like purple, almost like purple skin. And that a lot of people saw this, right? Because they took him to a base, because, it's the military. They took him to a base in Afghanistan, then they bounced. I think they put him on a C-130. But a lot of people have been like, yeah, no, I saw that. You're never gonna hear about it, but we saw that. So I think that might be a if that's real, Josh, that might be one of those Nephilim you were talking about.
Yeah, bro, there's stories of angels procreating with humans and making these fucking demigod type beings, and you get like these giants, basically, like you just said right now. You get these giants, It's just weird. You just see what the people describe. I mean, you read Ezekiel, the first chapter of Ezekiel. He literally describes what he saw an angel to be. It had 4 wings with the face of a man, air, eagle type thing. He describes how he saw God, and it was like this angelic being, and it's like everything that we think that what these things mean, and it's like, I don't think that's how they look.
Oh wait, actually, have you ever seen like the artistic representation of like an actual angel?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm. That's why they say don't be afraid. Or be not afraid.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the way this dude was describing an angel, it was just like they're not human look. Yeah, they have a human body up until we start seeing like the face, and then the wings start going or whatever. They're not like how we think they are, dude. And
there's a video that I saw about angels, right? It's all "Be Not Afraid," and then the doom music kicks in. It shows the real, and the dude replies this.
It makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Fucking imagine this thing looking like I don't know, bro. I don't know how they look like, but I'm pretty sure they look like monsters, dude. What we think is monsters, but really they're freaking holy beings and shit.
Well, it would make sense that they look like that in order to fight demons. I mean, I would want my guys to look pretty terrifying if they had to fight demons. You know?
That's true.
But like it kind of, I don't know. I growing up, I always imagine angels looking like these like jacked dudes with like Spartan helmets, but they had like knight armor.
That's what I always thought too. Then you start digging into it, and you start to see, no, that's how we think of them, to try to like
Make
like
a lot of comics show them like that.
Yeah, okay. but in reality, they're not.
Like no, they're fucking monsters themselves.
Oh yeah, I posted a photo.
Just good guys. Just good guys. That's what they say.
You are bad guy, but you are not bad guy. Oh, is it the circle one, Andrew? Is it the circular one? Because I'm filming it right now, and I don't want to. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah. So the one on the top left, I believe, is called a throne.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, and the rest of them, I think the one with like all the wings they're the seraphim.
There's classes to them, right?
It always describes these angels, these eyes all over their bodies, bro.
Yeah,
aren't the cherubs the human ones?
Yes, yeah. The cherubs are the most humanistic of them all, and I believe just like the average angel. How we view angels is how we're allowed to view them as, because our human minds cannot comprehend what.
Yeah, we blow up.
Well, angels in heaven, there's ranking order. Mm-hmm. Angels have ranking order. So you have your pawns, your foot soldiers, and then you have your generals. You have your heavies, pretty much, and I'm pretty sure they all look different. But it's like, that's just crazy.
So
back to the thing. Let's my bad. I interrupted. What were you gonna say?
There's a cherub is how we would think of as like Cupid.
Yeah, like humanoid, right?
Yeah, like baby looking, like small baby looking angels with like little tiny wings. Those are cherubs. Those cherubs.
They look like spaceships to me.
Oh yeah.
No, don't they? They look like 60s sci-fi spaceships. The top left one does.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder, right? Like, let's say someone actually saw this and like our genetic code showed like a lot of science. It's like a genetic memory, if that makes any sense. That a lot of early science fiction, the spaceships look like this because someone saw these things for real. Like kind of like,
and you mean
like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, bro, exactly like Assassin's Creed. You know, you see hieroglyphics and shit. You see shit like this on hieroglyphics. And it wouldn't make sense that if somebody saw something like this. If I saw something like this, I would think it's a fucking alien. I would think so. Mm-hmm. If I didn't know better or didn't have the knowledge that I had back then, and you just saw something. Imagine seeing the fucking thing on the bottom right come up to you, and you're just like, obviously it's not human.
And these things aren't tiny, right? They're supposed to be massive.
No, they're massive. They're massive.
They're massive. So exactly, I would think these things could portray themselves as gods, bro. It wouldn't make sense why these people would worship them and sacrifice to them and whatever.
Let me run an idea by you. I think I might have told you about this, Josh. So, in this story that I've been working on for a while now, I made it so that, okay, God is a thing, right? The different pantheons of gods, Aztec gods, Greek gods, the Norse gods, right? I wrote it so that
at the end it's all one. It's the same God that they're talking about, right? That's what you were telling me.
Yeah, that all the gods, all these different pantheons were actually angels created by God and left behind to take care of the planet, while he left with his army to drive out the Cthulhu gods, the elder gods, from Earth. That he pursued them because there was a great war, Andrew, in this story that I'm writing, right? This ancient great war at the beginning of time between God and his angels and the elder gods, basically the Cthulhu gods and all that. And that they drove them off Earth, and in order to make sure they get driven off permanently, God left with his angels. He left with the archangels, Gabriel, Michael, and all that, to pursue them out of the galaxy, out of the universe, right? But he left these gods behind to take care of Earth, and they actually ended up fashioning themselves around their different region. So he left the certain group of gods he left in North, Central, and South America became the Aztec gods, the Mayan gods. The gods that were left in Northern Europe became the Norse gods, blah blah blah. So that's how I'm trying to work it in. I think it's interesting because my friends, my other friends, my mom and my dad are like, that's actually a really good idea, you know, because like, you know, they get prayed to, you know, they're like gods.
Yeah.
And the reason, and like I made it so that, you know how like when the Romans finally decided to convert to Christianity, right? Around that time period, that's the same time that God returned with his angels, right? When they returned, these angels he left behind became so drunk on power that they didn't want to give it up. These different like pantheons. So then another great war happened between, between the pantheons and God and his angels. And it was a great war, and then he took over the planet again. But yeah, so it's a whole thing. But I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know why. I don't know. I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
I actually like the idea, but you know what seems like I was thinking about that, and I love how there are a lot of gods that kind of just pop out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, all right. So do you guys know about a little bit about Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, Quetzalcoatl. Yeah.
So Quetzalcoatl, he. I love how like when you're researching like Mayan-esque mythology, like most gods you can kind of guess like, okay, like they came from this era, they came from this era. Quetzalcoatl, like he came from fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm. He just
you
popped
don't
up.
know where he popped out of. He just popped up like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like he apparently had some significance, enough to be put on like all of the temples. They don't know where the fuck he came from. He just popped up out of nowhere, just like, oh hi, I'm Quetzalcoatl. Like, look at me, hello. Like just some random like crackhead snake god coming out of nowhere, just like, hi, I'm in your homes now. Like what the fuck is this? Same shit with Pam. Nobody knew where the fuck Pam came from.
Pam.
Like they think like he was some like weird like wilderness deity that just like asserted himself. He might have been Dionysus. Nobody fucking knows. Like, okay. Funny thing, all right. So fun fact. Nobody. I didn't realize this up until now. Apparently, so have you guys played the game called Hades?
I've heard of it. I've been wanting to play it, but I haven't played it yet.
Okay, so in the game there was like this. Hades' son is called Zagreus, right? He was the son of Hades and Persephone. All right. Apparently, Zagreus is actually the long lost king of hell. So it's not Hades as the king of Tartarus. It's apparently Zagreus.
No.
Because yeah, so and apparently he was like from like the right arm of Dionysus, and it's just this weird like a backdoor country mythology that nobody knew. I'm like spitting and sobbing everywhere. I'm sorry. God, Jesus Christ. Like it's just some like just so much weird mythology that kind of don't know what the fuck happened with. I'm just gonna stop talking. I need to go clear my fucking nose. God.
I guess we'll go on. We'll go on to.
Oh wait, no, we have to talk yours.
No, we'll do it for like 15 minutes. Yeah. So I was gonna talk about the Mandela effect.
Yes, that's a good one. The Mandela effect.
Because I actually did it spur of the moment because you see Andrew's mic.
Yeah.
I do not remember him with the pop filter, right on the mic.
Oh, he had a sock on it.
Yeah, he had a sock on it. But here's the thing, right?
Is he claiming that he's had that pop filter this whole time?
He said he has, right? He'll explain himself. He told me that he had it off camera, which I believe him. But it made me think of the Mandela effect.
Okay. I'll just say that's bullshit because I saw a fucking black sock on this fucking on his thing, and it was all muffled for a little bit, for a cool minute.
Yeah, and like it made me think.
No, if he's saying he called off something, I'm tripping too. No.
I was gonna say that it made me think like, shit, did I fall into a new timeline? Like, shit, did I like remember I told you I felt kind of sick yesterday? Like, did my sickness like transport my mind into a new timeline or some shit like that? You know?
Yeah.
No,
well,
but
you know what the Mandela effects? Time traveler came, changed and did something to change the course of history. Not significantly, but like minor things like that.
Well, it's just crazy because like, you know, the whole Bernstein thing. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I always thought it was the Bernstein Bears. I always thought it was that.
Yeah, and like it's just weird to me. I don't know, and it's just time travel in general. I wonder if because there are parts of the planet where there's weird energy. You know, like the Bermuda Triangle has basically been confirmed to be like a weird like source of energy. You know, like,
Yeah,
and I wonder if like there's like other parts of the planet. I think there are other parts of the planet where there is like just a weird magnetic energy, and I wonder if that can open up like portals to other dimensions. You know, or like portals where you can fall in and out of.
I believe it. I believe it. I think there's time where you could teleport.
Like,
You hop in there. You hop in maybe not to different, or maybe a different location on the Earth, or different from maybe one end to the other, type of thing. You know, what if they're like roots? You know that are there where like little do we know, if you want to get to China, you just go to this certain spot in North America, you know, and then it'll get you to China instantly.
like Godzilla.
You know? Yeah, or what if there's a whole Middle Earth or something like that? You know, I don't know. I don't know. But what's it called?
Oh, here he
Time
comes.
travel. Is that a whole jar of ice cream? Tub of ice
Yeah.
cream? What kind of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Vanilla ice cream?
Yeah.
Not really a vanilla guy, but do what you gotta do.
All right, so I heard y'all talking shit. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
No, we were saying Mandela thing. You got rid of the sock filter that you had on your
I did.
mic. You did, yeah. You see, he had a sock filter. Yeah. So I thought you were saying that you were claiming that you had that filter on your mic the whole time, and I was like, "There's no way," because I saw a sock on there.
Yeah, I did have it for the majority of it. I think I only have it for like 2 weeks. I'm right. Yeah, but no, yeah, like, I've had it pop filter the entire time that I've been talking to y'all.
Yeah, I just was telling Josh that it made me think of the Mandela effect, and how like for a hot second I was like, did I fall through into a different dimension or something, different timeline? You know, like a brief little. That's like the only difference.
Oh, it's like Will Smith. Comes like he like only wants to eat like chocolate or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I wonder how real that is. You know. Like I was telling Josh that like the Bermuda Triangle has been all but been confirmed to be like a vortex of weird magnetic energy. You know, like is there other?
That was the opposite, because like they proved that the original Bermuda Triangle post was like from like an old like 70 like tabloid. It wasn't even meant to be taken seriously. They just said
Really, I didn't even know about that.
No, yeah, because it's like it was in a fiction tabloid, and they just wrote the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, because every single thing that happened in the Bermuda Triangle happened outside of the Bermuda Triangle. In fact, you're more likely to get lost at sea in the middle of the Atlantic than you are in the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, it was proven to be false.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. There was a movie from the 70s.
Oh, really? Well, actually, talk about time travel.
No, like I wonder if there's like vortexes of like electromagnetic energy that like can allow you to like fall through and fall back into our timeline, but into different timelines and stuff like that. You know.
I feel like that could possibly happen with like wormholes and shit, like distortions,
like Star Trek.
Yeah, like in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that allows for a lot of weird science that hasn't quite been proven. I feel like all that shit would eventually become like man-made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever look into like thermodynamics, if particles ever reach a critical zero, so like, have you ever heard of absolute zero?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So absolute zero comes from the fact that a particle no longer has enough energy to vibrate. So that means it's completely stopped. Its electrons stopped. Its photons stopped. Everything has stopped. At that point, it doesn't become matter. It becomes called strange matter. We don't know what strange matter looks like. What we do know is that it's incredibly difficult to even possibly produce, because we don't even know what properties it would even have. Like, imagine you have strange oxygen. You breathe in strange oxygen. Guess what? You die. Like, we don't fucking know what it is. But hey, that could be the key. That could be the key to making wormholes and shit, man. Imagine strange ice cream. Be fucking dope.
Well, I read a really cool theory that it might be residual energy left over from the Big Bang.
Yeah, that's pretty much what dark energy, dark matter is.
Oh. You know in DC, Josh, in DC they finally explain where magic came from?
Oh yeah,
Where they say it came from?
It's from the Big Bang. It's leftover energy from the Big Bang.
Oh, so that's how they tie it in.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, that kind of takes away from where like the whole mystery behind magic, you know?
See, that's where it's kind of dumb. Like I wish. Yeah, I guess something supernatural like that would produce mana, but like, it'd be cool if like mana and all that was actually like a thing, like you were born with it type of thing.
Imagine if you get into a street fight, Josh, and then all of a sudden there's a mana bar above the guy's head.
Oh fuck! I'm like, when'd you unlock that? I just unlocked it yesterday. Okay, so you got about 1 or 2 moves with it, So I got these 2, and I got it. You tell me I've been having this my whole life, I'm fucked because that thing is gonna slowly go down,
How high up the tree did you get? Fuck.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like this. Teach me.
No, it reminds me of this comic that I put up on my story.
Strange.
Where it's a boxing match and one dude is in one corner, he goes Kame, and the other dude's like, I quit. And then they show him in the press conference. He's all, I'm sure he couldn't do it, but I want to fuck around and find out that he could. I'd be like, all right, I give up.
Man. Nah, he can't do it. Man. Start seeing sparks and little blue light coming up. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Man. It's a full fucking orb. Oh shit. You gotta wait. I'm done.
I found out and I fucked around.
Tap the ring real quick. I'm out. Fucking, I'm done.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Imagine you could bust the Kamehameha. Imagine you were able to.
Bro, you know what I would do if I could? Nothing. I would still be here.
Nah, I would do it. I'd go to the ocean and point it at the ocean and be like, start charging people $100. You want to see Kamehameha? Make a hustle out of it or some shit.
Bro, imagine like you do that, you just cap some guy on a fucking yacht.
Like, you see it explode? Whoa. Whoa, that's not what was supposed to happen. Oh my gosh, you're under arrest, sir. Kamehameha.
I love how like we don't have Olivia here as an anchor for our talks, so now we just go fucking nuts.
It's like fucking GTA with Dragon Ball Z mods.
Shit.
All right, you guys want to call it?
Yeah.
My dog wants me to take him on a walk. He's over it.
All right, we'll probably still be on it after, Josh, if you want to hop on with us.
For sure.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being with us on this little weird episode. This truly new nonsense episode, new nonsense. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much. Like and sub. Yeah, peace out.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.